Okay, so I saw this post. It says the best album of each year since 2016. Okay, so here's the pickings. Here's the pickings. So I kind of just wanted to know, like, do you guys agree with these posts? And also, like, what do you guys think the best albums were for each year? I kind of wanted to give my thoughts. Okay, so 2016 Lemonade, I would probably agree with this. You know, it's up there. It's up there. There's a lot of good albums. You had this, you had Anti, you know, etc. But yeah, you had stuff like Daddy Lessons, Don't Hurt Yourself was a good song that's actually grown on me. Sorry, Hold Up, Love Drought. I love Sun Castles. A lot of people don't like it. One of my friends said it sounded like slavery music, which that hurt me, but I'm a Sun Castles fan, but I just think that the Lemonade was great. It was her getting more personal. It was something different than we've seen in the past from Beyonce. And, you know, I think it was important for her career. So I would probably agree with that. 2017, we have Lorde Melodrama. I'm not mad at this pick either. Harry Styles' album from 2017 was really good as well. I can't think of anything else. But, stuff that I really liked, you had a Green Light, which was a fun up-tempo song. I really liked stuff like The Louvre, obviously. Supercut is always one of my favorites. Liability, The Reprise, that fed me. That's always been one of my favorite Lorde songs, and people don't give that one enough. I've been saying that forever. So yeah, like her going more pop, like I really enjoyed this album. And so continuing on, we got 2018, so we got Janelle Monáe, Dirty Computer. I've heard Dirty Computer a time or two. I was not fond of this album as a whole. I like the song with Brian Wilson, and I think there was one called Don't Judge Me that I liked. I will say that those songs were good. But it's just the way people talk about her music and what her music actually is. This album was not for me. You know, I'll put it like that. Albums that were better this year, Ariana Grande Sweetener would probably be my pick for 2018. Like I said, I think it was refreshing. No Tears Left to Cry as a lead was fantastic. I think that that was really a tone setter for her, so that was big. Get Well Soon, Max Hancock Pro Tools is insane, like I always say. Rem is one of my favorites. I love Every Time, of course. Borderline is very underrated, so yeah, that was a solid album, was very refreshing. And then other stuff that I liked, Mariah Carey Caution is certainly high up there for me too. One of my favorites by Mariah. You guys know I'm a lamb, so some of my favorites. Caution, the song was great. Giving Me Life, that psychedelic masterpiece, that was giving me life. Eighth Grade is always going to be a favorite for me as well. GCFO, yeah, that was a great song too. Like, Caution was so good, so I would very much disagree. This is a point where I'm just like, yeah, I don't agree with it at all. Next up, we got the YS Blood album, Titanic Rising, I think it's called. I think I like this album, and I would have to go run it back. Albums that were probably better this year, I think that the Harry Styles Fine Line album was very good this year. When you had stuff like Golden, I also really love Candy Moon. That's probably my favorite Harry Styles song. A lot of people don't like Cherry, but I have always been a Cherry enjoyer personally, okay? So I would say that that's up there for me as well, and She was a good song too. And then Taylor Swift's Lover album was good. You know, it's not her best album, but it was still a really good album. We had Miss Americana, Heartbreak Prince. We had Afterglow. We had False God. We had Cruel Summer. Like, Soon You'll Get Better. There were songs on that album. Death by a Thousand Cuts. It ate. So then we look at 2020, Fiona Apple, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. I respect this pick. I do. Because it's like, this album was really solid, okay? And every time I listen to Fiona Apple, she's just so insightful. She makes me ponder. So yeah, some of my favorites. I really like Newspaper and kind of what she was talking about in that song. Ladies, kind of talking about her relationship with other women and how men have affected that and trying to get past that and everything. So I thought that was a beautiful song. Relay was a great song on here. Rack of His reminds me of Sex and the City. Like that song 8, that has to be one of my favorite Fiona Apple songs all time. I Want You to Love Me as an opener is crazy. And then Shamika talking about this girl at school who, like, kind of bullied her but said, like, you know, you have potential. And then they met up and, like, did a song, which was cool. Yeah, that whole album is really solid, honestly. So I'm not even mad at this pick. Other picks for this year, you could say Folklore by Taylor Swift. That's probably my pick. I just liked Folklore a lot. I really did. I've listened to it so many times. So some of my favorites on Folklore, like I say, the tandem of the one, Cardigan, Last Great American Dynasty, especially that bridge on the Last Great American Dynasty is going to take it. You had Invisible String, you had Seven, you had August, you had The Lakes on the Deluxe. Like, Folklore, I think it's still Taylor Swift's best in terms of songwriting. I love their productions. Like, that is really, like, that album, it gave Taylor Swift a renaissance. No Beyonce, and she deserved it. Like, that album, that's what brought me back to Taylor Swift, because I fell off of her. I wanted to listen to Folklore. It was really good. It was really good. Like, I love Folklore. I love Folklore. So yeah, Folklore would probably be my number one. The Chloe Halle album was really good too, when you had stuff like Busy Boy. And then Baby Girl was probably my favorite song on the album too. Tipsy, that was a really good album as well. Miley Plastic Hearts was solid. Plastic Hearts a song. Hate Me. Midnight Sky. Prisoner with Dua Lipa. an album. What the fuck do I know? Yeah, so those are some good. 2020 is one of my favorite years for music. So yeah, it was solid. Next up, 2021, we have this Japanese Breakfast album. I have no comment on this album. You know, I haven't heard it, so I can't necessarily say, you know, if it was good or not. The albums I like from 2021, the only one that came to mind was Sometimes I Might Be Introvert by Lil Sims, which is my album of the year. But yeah, Woman, that song alone, it's taking it. It's taking it. I just love that song so bad. Y'all don't even understand. Like, the whole album is really solid, but that's like my favorite song on there. So yeah, I'm gonna give 10s. 2022, we had SZA SOS, which, yeah, I think that was probably my pick, if I can remember correctly. Oh, fuck, it wasn't. It was Renaissance by Beyonce. I almost forgot about Renaissance. Anyways, so I'll talk about SZA and then I'll talk about Renaissance. How the fuck did I almost forget Renaissance? I am ashamed. Okay, so some of my favorites. I think that Kill Bill was a great song. Snooze. Also have to give some love to Blind, because Blind was that song. Shirt. When Shirt came out, I was so happy because she teased that song for what, like 6 months or something like that before we finally got it. Like, y'all don't understand how long she teased that. So for us to finally get it, you had to be there for Shirt release. You had to be there for Shirt release. Like, you don't understand. And I'm glad that she called it Shirt, by the way. Okay, people want her to call it Bloodstain. I think Shirt is a better title. So there was that. Nobody Gets Me was a really good song on here as well. Like, this album was really solid, okay? My favorite song, Renaissance. The whole album is solid for the most part. If I have to think, Virgo's Groove, obviously a classic to me. Plastic Off the Sofa used to be my favorite. Virgo's Groove overtook it. Alien Superstar, America Has a Problem has always been up there, really. Did I say Cuff It? Cuff It is probably up there too. Energy. Album is solid, bro. Like, just what she was doing, like, sonically, Beyonce went to new heights. No Travis Kelce. Like, it ate, I'm sorry. We have Caroline Polachek. I haven't heard this album. So my favorites of 2023, the Kelly Clarkson album. I remember that was my favorite album of the year. The Chemistry album, which you guys don't give that enough love. But some of my favorites on that album, Chemistry, these songs, one of the most gorgeous songs I've ever heard. That is my song. That is my jam. Okay. So that was up there. I also enjoyed I Hate Love. I thought that was a really good song on this album as well. So I'd have to give some love to that as well. I'm trying to think, all the titles are escaping me, but that album was good as fuck. Y'all need to go give it a listen. In 2024, we have Billy. No, the Billy album was good. Some of my favorites, if I have to talk about it, Birds of a Feather and Lunch. Those are the only 2 songs I go back to. The album wasn't bad, but I just don't revisit it, and the mixing, I think, is still bad. I still stand on that. Best album was Beyonce Cowboy Carter, in my opinion. Favorite songs on there, Bodyguard was my song. The fact that, you know, she didn't promote it for the summer, it irritated me so bad. So we had that. Daughter was a great song on this album as well. Two Hands to Heaven. Tyrant was certainly a favorite on this album too. I'm trying to think. American Requiem as an opener. I Saw Her Live was fantastic. I still got to do that damn review. I dragged it. But yeah. So overall, my favorite albums from each year, I'd probably keep Lemonade. I'd likely keep the Lorde album. And then 2018, Sweetener, Ariana Grande, most likely. 2019, I'd probably have the Harry Styles album. 2020, Taylor Swift. 2021, Little Sims. 2022, Beyonce. 2023, Kelly Clarkson. And 2024, Beyonce again. So let me know what you think. Damn, I just realized Beyonce made it 3 times. The woman you are. But let me know what you think below.